Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show us you care. Little bit of chat Saturday morning here in Dublin, Ireland. Liverpool, a big game at 5:30 today at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth, Liverpool. We can chat about that. We can chat about anything you want. A little, as I say, a little Saturday morning chat, coffee chat, whatever you want to call it. So looking forward to that. Won't be easy. Tough ground to go to, but Bournemouth are not the team they used to be. They don't have Semenyo playing for them. Of course, he went to City, and they've one or two really bad injuries. We have injuries ourselves, of course. Bradley out for the season. Isak out for another few weeks or months. And young Leone, out as well for the rest of the season. So, look, that's not an excuse. Liverpool still, to be fair, should have a good enough team, good enough squad. Salah's back in there as well to beat Bournemouth. It's as simple as that. Gibbo is in. Frank Gibbo, how are you, Frank? Hopefully all is well, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show what you care. LFC rule, let's go. We're in a better place than we were even a few weeks ago, aren't we, guys? 13 unbeaten. We're really doing okay. Great win midweek in the Champions League against Marseille. 3-0, just watching the highlights earlier. Really did reduce them to a few pot shots and stuff like that. Okay, Alisson made one or two saves, but you do expect Alisson to make a few saves. I mean, Marseille have a decent home record, and we did fairly well. The new signings are starting to show up now. I mean, Wirtz, wow, world class, is really starting to show what he's made of. Kerkez is having a few great games as well. Frimpong is starting to do it as well. I mean, we really are all our new. Obviously, Isak's injured, which is a big thing and terrible for us. But all our new signings are starting to show what they're made of. And Ekitike up front, I mean, he's been an absolute revelation for us, hasn't he? All the goals, and even though he didn't score, he hit the post, he had one or two really good chances. He just gives us that different dynamism up front. He really is a top player, Hugo Ekitike. But looking good, a big season to come. Wirtz and Ekitike really link well, says Frank. Yep, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Pity Wirtz didn't get going early. But look, he's only young. What is he, 22? New country, new club, bigger club than obviously Leverkusen, what he was at. So, but he's starting to show now what a world class player he is. And of course, I mean, he's been brilliant for Germany as well for the last 2 or 3 seasons. So, a lot more to come from our boys. A lot more to come. Just need to keep that defence tight, keep that defence fit. The likes of Gomez as well. Kanate is missing for the weekend. His dad passed away. Really bad news midweek, so he was missing for the Marseille game and will be missing for Bournemouth, possibly even the quarterback game midweek next week in the Champions League. We need to get a result there to finish in the top 8. It just stops you straight into the last 16. You don't have to play those two, that playoff game, last 32 playoff. It just takes a lot of pressure off with our injury record and stuff. So it's very important we get a result. But Ibu's dad passing away, and that's sad news, of course. And we need to give him all the time he needs to recover from that. You never really recover, but you know what I mean. No, really, just start to tick up, start to play, even the Burnley game last weekend. I mean, we should have won that game. I mean, it finished 1-1. We had so many chances. So much of the ball controlled. That was. We should have won that game. We did enough to win 3 of those games. So midweek Marseille, we need to continue it. Need to keep it going. It won't be easy at Bournemouth. Keep it tight, keep it real, and take our chances. Be clinical. Just need to be a bit more clinical. We were midweek. We weren't last week against Burnley. And just keep it going. 13 unbeaten. Get it to 14. Quarterback midweek. All of a sudden, it's opening up. You're doing well. You're solidifying that fourth spot, fourth in the Champions League. You're still in the FA Cup. Champions League, who knows? We seem to be playing very well in that. Who knows what will happen? I mean, we've had worse teams playing the Champions League and won it in 05. We won it. You would say Liverpool's team now is in a better place than the team in 05 that beat Milan in that epic final, of course. And of course, Isak, there is a chance, an outside chance that he could be back early March. So if we can get through to the last 16, maybe the quarterfinals, we could have Isak back in the ranks. Touch wood, who knows? But who knows where we'd be then. But there's just work to do, games to win, and points mean prizes. So we got to be beating Bournemouth today. We just got to get the 3 points today, and I believe we will. This will be the team I think will play today. Alisson in goal. I don't think he change it for the Marseille game, although he probably will. I mean, he might bring Jones in, for Mac. I don't know, something like that maybe. Might start Gakpo, but at least we have a few options now, and that's the most important thing. It was nice to see Gakpo come on and get a goal, wasn't it? the other night. I thought that was good as well. I think McAllister played well actually midweek. McAllister, Gravenberg was back to himself again. Bosley's been our player of the season already, so I mean, he was brilliant as well. So he got the free kick and the goal and stuff. And he started to kick goals. He started to put goals to his performances, which is absolutely brilliant as well. So I mean, we should have enough. We should have enough to beat Bournemouth. You've got to do it on the pitch. Salah back as well. He had a great chance against Marseille, didn't he? But I would like him to put that away. Just to get a goal. Just to break that duck. He's back from the AFCON. The disappointment of Egypt getting knocked out in the semis. But, get back. Let's win. Get going. Keep going. This is the business end of the season. This is where it counts. This is where you've got to be winning games. This is where it is, guys. The business end. So let's see what Liverpool can do. And I'm confident we can get a result. I think it's 2-1 to Liverpool. That was my prediction. Get your predictions in. Get your lineup in for the big game. And I will be looking forward to this game coming up, guys. Absolutely legendary. So hit the like, hit the share. Give us a sub. Shows you get a lot more lives, a lot more crack. I'm going to try to get the lives going on 7 o'clock on a Thursday night with Keith and maybe Ivan like I used to. Just a lot going on. I couldn't do them, but I'm going to try to get back into it and get a few more live shows and, talk about maybe the Quarabay game and the build-up then to the league game, that type of stuff. And I think Thursday, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. probably. I don't know whether it suits you guys. Let me know if it's a good time or not. But the Reds are starting to bubble, aren't they? They're starting to, I don't want to say too much too soon, but they're certainly starting to get their act together. But I'm just looking at that free kick from Szoboszlai. It really was. And apparently he did look at Marseille's walls over the last few weeks and stuff, and they don't put a man down like the Beatles trick, and they go on, they jump. And I mean, it was a great execution, really intelligent free kick. And of course, just before half time, perfect time to score for Liverpool, 46th minute, going in 1-0 up. Wow, and I think they deserved going in 1-0 up. Ekitike, the goal chalked off just offside, and we played really well. So to go in 1-0 was huge, I think was absolutely huge. But a great win, as I say, and just keep it bubbling over now. And let's go to Bournemouth. I mean, if we can go to Marseille and win 3-0, surely we can go to Bournemouth and win. I know it's a different league. It's more physical and stuff like that. But you can just see the air of relief lifting off Slot's bald head, even in the pressers and stuff. So, and the other news, of course, the breaking news yesterday was Andy Robertson in talks with Spurs for a possible move in January. I think the deal was he was probably going to go for free, for nothing in June to Spurs, and he was all probably his representatives or his agent were already talking with Spurs, and the Spurs are probably going to try push it through because they're probably afraid someone else might come in for him. You know what I mean? Similar to what we did with Diaz and with Gakpo over the years, and he'll get a good wage out of it. But Liverpool look like they're not going to stop it, and no, it's not done by any means, but surely we can't let Robbo go and not bring in anybody. I mean, we've injuries defensively. Leone, Bradley, Gomez played well the other night. He will play again today, but I mean, he's only a game away from being injured, isn't he? Kanate gets injured quite a lot. Van Dijk's not getting any younger, so maybe Simic has come back from Roma from his loan deal, hasn't quite worked out there. He should fit seamlessly in. That would be the thought in everybody's mind. I would have liked a signing in the window. Still a few days left, 8 or 9 days left in the window, but I don't think Liverpool are going to do that unless it's an absolute emergency. And a lot of people would say it is an emergency, a defensive situation. So let's see what happens. But Robbo to Spurs looks like it could happen in the next few days. So if Robbo is in the squad, which he is today for the Bournemouth game, and comes on, it could be his last game. It could be his last game. Let's hope it isn't, but it could be. I would have kept him until the summer, but I'm not in charge. And for his experience, he's part of the leadership group and stuff like that. And just the time of year and the issues we have, I would have kept him. I absolutely would have kept. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Frank. Fair play to you. I'm gonna pin that message. Thank you very much. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show what you guys say. I'm going to try to do a lot more lives and stuff like that. I'm on Instagram and Twitter X as well, at Dave's LFC Chats. But look, I'm not going to stay too long. As I say, it's just a little 10-15 minute Saturday morning chat about the Reds. Big game coming up at 5:30. 5:30 is a weird kickoff time, isn't it? The Vitality Stadium. Liverpool will need vitality. I think they'll need plenty of vitality to get a result today. As I say, still not expecting an easy game, even though Bournemouth, I think, are only won 1 of 14 or something ridiculous like that after having a really good start. We beat them 4-2, if you remember, in the opener in the Premier League at Anfield. The Chiesa Titanic goal. Remember that one? 4-2. Liverpool 2-0 up, went 2-2. But they were a different time then. They were a different team then. I mean, they'd Semenyo, they were, you know, Semenyo went to City. They're just not, you know, they are just, you know. So, but expecting a huge one, guys, huge one today. Get the 3 points and move on. Quarterback midweek in the Champions League. I think a win there. Well, a win does guarantee us top 8 finish in the Champions League. Draw might be good enough, but at home against Quarterback should be good. Should be beating them. Get the confidence going. Keep rolling. Just keep winning. Keep rolling. It's all about confidence in football. That's what it's about. So, um, that's what it's all about. So guys, see if I'm going to try something here now. Do a questions and answers thing. See if we can do it. I don't know what way to do it, but we shall see. As I say, huge one today, guys. Huge one today. Get your scorelines in. Get your team in if you want. I think it'd be pretty much the same as the Marseille team. Gomez will have to start with Van Dijk, Kerkez, Frimpong, and Allison. That seems to be the whole back line. Of course, Ibo's out because of his dad passing away. Midfield, would you stick with the same three? McAllister, Sabozloi, Gravenberg, they played pretty well. Maybe McAllister. Throw Jones in instead of McAllister. That'd be the only thing you'd say. But I think McAllister actually had a good game against Bournemouth, and you want that continuation up front. Wirtz, Ekitike, they have to start. Absolutely have to start. And Salah, you would say, has to start as well. So I think I'd leave it like that. Have the likes of Gakpo on the bench, to do something. He came on and got a goal, so maybe leave it like that. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Reds. As I say, it's all about the win. It's all about the points, really, at this stage. But I'm not going to stay on much longer, guys. Thanks for popping in. It is Saturday morning. Looking forward to the football. Looking forward to the big one at 5:30. But let me know what you think and what the story is. But enjoy your Saturday. It's overcast here in Dublin. Bit of rain. Dry at the moment, but it lashed rain last night, and it is to rain later. But doesn't it always rain in Ireland? Doesn't it always rain? But as they're just looking at the goal there, lovely finish from Gakpo. Cutting in, bang in the corner, trademark. I suppose a trademark finish from Gakpo, but I think he needed that. He's had a lot of chances in the last few games and hasn't scored. I know it was the 93rd minute, but that was a lot of experience for him. Just to finish it off, nice little finish into the corner. I'd like a goal from Salah today, though. He's a good record. I'd fancy Salah to get a goal today. Great record against Bournemouth. Then again, he's a great record against everybody, doesn't he? But looks like Salah could go in the summer. I know Saudi are going to their phase 2 where they're going to bring in a few. And if Salah's going to go, there's a good chance Liverpool will get a few million for him because with a year left in his contract. So good chance Salah's swan song in the next few months. But hopefully he can get a few goals, keep breaking records, keep getting wins, and get to be where we want to be. And people talk about slot out, slot in, all this. Forget about it. Nothing's going to happen. There'll be a review in the summer, guys. Nothing is going to happen this side of the summer. So forget about it. I wouldn't be surprised if they let him run his contract out. He's another year left, year and a half in his contract. We've got to get that Champions League, though. Never know. We might win number 7. Who knows? But we've got to get top 4 at least. I think that's the bare minimum. Good run the FA Cup. Maybe win it. Good run the Champions League. Maybe number 7 and win it. But let's see. A lot of football to play for. A lot of hope, a lot of, a lot of doom and gloom in the last few weeks and months, and maybe rightly so. But let's go. Seem to be coming out of it a bit more. Harder to be, not giving away as many chances, and we're starting to score a few goals. So things are looking up for the Reds. They're not perfect, absolutely not perfect, but things are starting to look up for the Reds. So get behind the team, get behind the manager. Bournemouth at 5:30. Let's go. Let's win. I'll leave it there. As I say, big game, 5:30 today. Bournemouth, LFC. Watch your scoreline. I'm going to go 2-1. But as I say, it doesn't matter if it's 1-0, an OG last minute. It's about the points. Points mean prizes. It's about the win. That is exactly what it's about. And let's go. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. You'll never walk alone. Let's